Lucy Thomas, a beautiful young lady that has been blowing our minds with her voice. I recently came across her music thanks to you guys, and now it's time for me to continue down that journey. Today, I want to check out Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. Shout out today goes to Richard. Thank you for your support on my Buy Me a Coffee page and for this suggestion. Lucy Thomas is an artist, a young lady that many of you love and adore, and when I first started listening to her, I was impressed by her vocal ability, yes. But then as I kept going down the journey, what struck me most was that mix between amazing vocal control, a very strong, beautiful, clean timbre, a humble spirit, something very genuine and pure the way that she comes across. And I appreciate that, especially in a day and age where we are oversaturated, consumed by the swulture, as I call it, the swipe culture, where we'd have to deal with asking ourselves if something is real or not, AI or not. I think whenever we come across someone who truly loves music, who is good at what they do, and who brings excellence to us and beauty, that is something to cherish. So I'm excited to check this out with you guys. Are you ready? Richard said he would like to introduce me to the adult Lucy. At 7 years old, he said, at her Nana's 60th birthday party, Lucy picked up an open mic and, to the astonishment of all present, sang an Adele song. When family members heard her sing, they strongly requested Lucy start vocal lessons. And for 7 years, she had extensive classical training until her vocal coach stated that Lucy's talent had exceeded what she could teach her. At 14, you guys, 14, Lucy was signed to a recording contract with a classical crossover company, and she continued to learn her craft and release multiple albums. With all her success, Lucy still had not fulfilled her childhood dream of performing on stage in the West End of London. It's so interesting to see these artists that many of us look up to, that have millions of listeners. They too have childhood dreams. They too have fears and hopes and aspirations. At the ripe age of 20, Lucy fulfilled her dream as she stood on the stage of the oldest and most famous theater in the world, the Theatre Royal on the West End. This 220-year-old theater had seen all the great performers over the years, Richard said. Who would have known that Lucy would make history that night? Lucy garnered 9 standing ovations. My gosh. During her performance, which was a record for that iconic venue. She also received a 5-star West End review in which he stated that Lucy was a future international star and national treasure. I know many of you feel that way. Don't Cry For Me, Argentina is from the musical Evita, which was originally sang by Elaine Page, West End, and Patti LuPone from Broadway. This was one of the ones that had 9 ovations. I cannot wait to check this out with you.
It won't be easy. You think it's strange.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, yes, it's wonderful to see her go, to see some of her work from her teenage self in her younger years to now a grown woman, beautifully dressed in that night evening gown. Absolute elegance, absolute beauty. Like I said in the beginning, isn't it wonderful in a world of oversaturation where we don't know what's real, or sometimes it feels like perversion is celebrated as empowerment, or, you know, mediocre and perverse is where the views are at and where the attention is at. And then you see a young lady beautifully adorned, looking gorgeous, showcasing her voice as her instrument, showcasing her art without it being flashy, without it being perverted, without it being twisted. Just beauty and excellence. That's what I perceive from this woman. But she looks gorgeous. And what I just heard, even the first few seconds, every video that I'm watching, every song that I hear her sing, I feel like it ups the respect I have for her as an artist, as a person, but also it showcases another level of her ability. And the operatic here, the clean, precise, pitch perfect notes, the softness, the slight breathiness, the beautiful vibrato at the end of some of these notes, but none of it over the top. It's gentle, it's pure. The music, you're allowed to experience it. I think when we go too quick into a run, too quick into the build-up, when you get into the climax too quickly, it loses the joy. And when you have a song that builds into it, it's like you're allowing yourself to be immersed in an art and be on this epic ride without chasing the viral moment.
It won't be easy. You think it's strange.
Wow.
When I try to explain how I feel, that I still need your love after all that I've done, you won't believe me. All you will see is a girl you once knew, although he's dressed up to the nines.
Isn't that so fitting? A girl we all once knew. Many of you, I'm new to the journey. Thank you for allowing me to come with you. But many of you have known her on this journey from childhood to adolescence. And there's something sweet about her actually singing words that fit to the story we've been part of.
At sixes and sevens with you, I had to let it happen. I had to change.
Wow.
Couldn't stay all my life down at heel. Looking out of the window, staying out of the sun.
I'm amazed at her vocal control. She makes it look so easy. It's natural.
The window, staying out of the sun. So I chose freedom, running around trying everything new, but nothing impressed me at all. I never expected it to. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you.
Ooh, the way she held that note. Ooh! Oh my goodness.
The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance.
Wow.
And as for fortune, and as for fame, I never invited them in. Though it seemed to the world they were all I desired, they are illusions.
Oh my gosh. My mind is. This is just like a fine course where there's so many elements and new flavors that keep unfolding as you enjoy it, or the most exquisite high-end perfume fragrance where, you know, you keep processing it and as it sits on your skin for a while, new notes unfold. This is what this feels like.
They are
See here?
illusions. They are not the solutions they promise to be.
Ooh.
The answer was here all the time. I love you and hope you love me. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Wow. This is just. Wahnsinnig schön. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I had to change my shirt real quick. I have been working so hard and so much lately. I had a chance to clean myself up real quick, and then my wet hair was making my shirt look all messy, and I just feel like that is so inadequate. Watching the beautiful Lucy Thomas, it just feels wrong to be sitting there having wet hair stains on your gray casual lounge shirt. So I hope this will do a little bit more.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Wow! Look at that transition. Still soft, still breathy, still sweet. After that beautiful interlude of the strings, which adds so much romance and drama and emotion to the whole composition. What a beautiful privilege. Now watch how she fully taps into the use of her vocal box. Full blown. Beautiful. Wahnsinn!
Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I keep your distance. Have I said too much? There's nothing more I can think of to say to you. But all you have to do is look at me to know that every word is true. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. You know what touches me so deeply? What a gorgeous young woman. But that little chuckle in the end, that little sweet chuckle. That's what I'm saying. She comes across as humble, and I don't know her personally or what she's like behind closed doors. So obviously there's elements here that I'm assuming and interpreting. But even just that little chuckle, that mix of perhaps joy because you got through the song and you killed it, you nailed it, you did wonderful. The little chuckle because everyone's cheering, standing up, standing ovation. Of course, it could be a combination of all of the above. When you perform and it goes well, there's a sense of joy, relief, perhaps a joy and a euphoria for your childhood dream coming true and singing on a stage you've dreamt of performing on. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm not in her head or heart. She would have to answer that for us. But it shows a level of humanity. And it just adds to the beauty when you have someone who shows their excitement, who still can laugh and smile and doesn't come across as, of course you all would stand for me. Of course, you peasants, I'm the best, right? It changes how we perceive people when they're unkind, when they don't seem to think or they seem ignorant or, they say silly things or there is a level of unkindness, whatever the list is, the list goes on and on. It changes how we view people. And she comes across as just absolute beauty. And like I said, I think it's fitting for her, the song, not only because it has the beautiful staccato and the strings and that orchestral accompanying her that fits so well to her, the timbre of her voice. Not only is it fitting because it has the operatic elements and it's in a range that showcases her abilities. Not only is it beautiful because we saw her using her vocal box, forming her lips, the way she would move her tongue to produce certain sounds, at times breathiness, at times the vibrato, then tapping into full strength from her diaphragm, even the way she, not braced herself, but you could see in her body language, the way she was getting ready to give us those strong notes. Absolute excellence. And like I said in the beginning, we are drawn to what is excellent and beautiful. We are drawn to what goes above and beyond. Then you have the beauty of the fact that this was a ride, this was a journey, this wasn't a 20-second auto-tuned snippet of curated perfection where we see the best of a person. And it's impressive at times, but a lot of times I think it has the adverse effect for those of us who cherish beauty and who want to experience the journey, who don't just want a quick fix or a quick little climax or a quick little dopamine hit. We want, give me true beauty. Take me on that journey. Let me experience all of the emotions of joy, fear, laughter, happiness, of the build up to reach the peak of the story, to reach the peak of the plot, of the song, of the piece of art. Take me on that journey with you and give me something that will last. Don't just give me a little 20-second clip that may or may not even really be authentic just for me to swipe onto the next thing, right? It's fast food. In a fast food society, in an AI society, in a swoolture, that swipe culture, where we end up feeling empty. We ate and ate and ate. We consumed and we consumed, but we don't really actually sit with beauty. We don't actually get fed and don't feel full. And then you have an actual artist with excellence, beauty, and humility who takes us on that ride and gives us a full song and takes us on a journey. It's absolute beauty. And it's fitting because this idea of saying, don't cry for me, don't keep your distance. I've kept my promise. I've not been consumed by riches and fame. Of course, this could be towards a person, someone who's left, who's had to explore some freedom, who needed to see the world and comes back to their home country, Argentina, to a beloved named Argentina, whatever Argentina may represent, comes back and says, hey, I kept my promise. Don't cry for me. Don't weep over me. I still love you. It's us against the world, so to speak. That could be looked at from a relational standpoint. That can be looked at from a standpoint of someone who needs to go see the world and comes home to their roots, to where they are from. It's fitting to someone like Lucy, as I mentioned earlier, who is reaching fame and riches. or I pray she does. I pray a bunch of financial blessing over her I wish her all the financial blessing for this beautiful work and art that she gives us. But she has reached these certain places and she's still letting us know, or the song is fitting because it's almost as if she's letting us know, don't worry, that's not consumed me. This is not going to destroy me. I'm going to be true to who I am, true to my roots, true to where I come from. And when you are part of a support group, fan group, when you love someone, even if it's a parasocial relationship where they don't really know you, like in this case, many fans for Lucy, there's something beautiful when you've seen someone's journey from childhood into adulthood and you can say, oh, they're not going to abandon where they come from. They're not going to forget their roots. Now, as we mentioned, it is from the musical Evita by Andrew Lloyd Webber, and it's this dramatic address by Eva Perón to the people of Argentina, defending her ambition. She explains her rise to power, rejecting false fortune and riches, claiming that wealth and fame turned out to be empty illusions, reassurance, telling the nation, don't cry for me, bridging that gap between her elite status as First Lady and her humble roots. But it's so fitting because it's, to me, Lucy letting the people that love her and have supported her, family, friends, fans from the beginning, letting them know all this fame and riches, everything that it looks like I've achieved is just an illusion. I still know where I come from. She's bridging that gap. And I think this song is so perfect for Lucy because the way she brings her art to us on her YouTube videos at these legendary performances, she is bridging a gap between your regular person that loves good music, that supports and loves her, and that have made her who she is. Now, she's done that by herself, don't get me wrong. Her hard work, dedication, her family, friends, her years of training, her working at her craft. But I mean in the sense that the fans that have loved and supported her are also part of why she's made a name for herself. And it's this beautiful way of bridging that gap and letting the people, her fans perhaps, this is my subjective interpretation of this piece of art, letting them know, no worries, the illusion, the fame has not gotten to me. I am where I am now. Yes, I am in a position of power. I am in a position of fame, but I won't forget you guys. And I could see that being touching to people that have been part of her journey from the start, that have known her as a young child, as a teenager, and adolescence, and now in her adult years. Absolutely phenomenal work. I mean, my gosh, every song that I'm experiencing with her so far, and I think I'm like 3 songs in, has been an absolute treat. Thank you for this suggestion. How do you feel about this performance? What particularly, not only about Lucy do you love, but about what she did here with this legendary performance that gained her 9 ovations? Thank you for this suggestion, Richard. Thank you for watching, you guys. Make sure to subscribe for music from around the world, conversations and educational videos about world music, psychology, philosophy, and more. I will see you on the next ride. Heyo!